Yeah, this week you're going to hear this, I'm sure, or read this if you do your research this week on Alex Smalley. The caveat here is that he's a member at Sedgefield. So anytime you get the stories of the guy that's local, he grew up on the course, or he's a current member, or maybe he played college, at this club or whatever, they always get that extra little, write up about them. And maybe, it's often like a situation where the books aren't dumb. They kind of know that as well, and they will adjust to it. But he's still got pretty good value. I mean, his top 10 price right now, plus 600, and top 20 is plus 260. Those are available at DraftKings. So they're great numbers. And, throw out the whole member situation at Sedgefield. Really, if you just look at what he's been doing recently, it gives. I would bet it based on that really more than the member situation anyway. So over his last 9 starts, he has 5 finishes inside the top 25. He had that joint runner-up at the John Deere Classic just last month. He also, one thing I like about him is he's probably the most rested player in this field. I don't know of anybody really playing this week that hasn't played in either of the last 2 weeks. His last event was the Scottish Open. So it's been a couple of weeks, and, he's safely in the FedEx Cup. I think he's like somewhere in the 50s, 53, 54, somewhere in that neighborhood. So it's not a worry about getting in. I guess he was just trying to prep his run through the playoffs. So he decided to take the last 2 weeks off, and he's playing now, which will, of course, be a 4-week run if he makes it to a championship. But he's rested coming in, which I do like. He did happen to miss the cut at the Scottish, which snapped a streak of 8 straight events in which he gained strokes on approach. We know that's the recipe here. On the season, Smalley has been very consistent with his approach play. He ranks 15th greens in regulation and 17th in proximity to the hole. So the guy is a great iron player. And finally, he has played this event twice before. He's got finishes of tie for 29th 2 years ago and tie for 13th last year. So these are very good odds to get him to do it again this year with the top finish. I'll probably even sprinkle a little on him outright just because I'm crazy like that. But top 10 and top 20, I think, are still really good value on Smalley, who's been playing well. And sure, yeah, he's a member, but I just like the fact that he's playing well and he's got a little history here as well.